Hey guys, welcome to another Gauging Gadgets Garmin review video. In this video we have a Garmin watch that I'm very excited about. We have the Garmin Venu. So what makes this watch unique compared to any of the other Garmin devices is that it has an AMOLED screen, meaning that it has a more vibrant and detailed screen that'll look great when compared to Apple Watches or watches from Samsung. And that's because all the other Garmin watches come with a display that will stay on all the time, and that helps with battery life and also in long activities, but it has less detail and lower resolution. So in this watch, you get all of the benefits of Garmin with the activity tracking, the health tracking, and you also get some smartwatch features such as internal music storage, weather, notifications from your phone, and even being able to respond from the watch. But you also get the very vibrant and colorful, beautiful display. All that for around $299 on Amazon, so check the link in the description to find that price. In this unboxing and review, we'll take a close look at the design and the look of the Venu. Then I'll do a quick comparison with my Vivoactive 4, and then after that I'll do a 24-hour first impressions review of the Garmin Venu. So to open the box, all we need to do is just lift off the top, and there we go. We have the Venu right there. I'm just going to remove the little plastic cover. Wow. Very beautiful face. I like the two markers right there. And one of the unique things about the design of this watch is you have this kind of textured bezel on it. So you don't see that a lot on Garmin watches. All right, so let's go ahead and get it out of here and take a closer look at the Garmin Venu. So the Garmin Venu has a 43mm case with the display being 1.2 inches. Now, one of the benefits of this being an AMOLED display is the resolution on this display is 390 pixels by 390. And just for some comparison, on the Vivoactive 4, which is a larger display, it's 1.3 inches, this is only going to be 260 by 260. So you really get more detail, a much better looking display on the Venu. We'll take a closer look at that really unique bezel, very nice looking. This is the stainless steel version with the black case, and I felt that that'd be a good contrast between the shadow gray Vivoactive 4 that I have, so you can kind of see the differences in the colors, because they also have the shadow gray in the Venu as well. Now looking at the buttons, we have two buttons on the right side, and they are matching the color of the case, which looks great with the bezel. Moving to the back of the watch, you have the heart rate monitor, and then you have the charging connector, and this is a standard charging connector that's used across just about all of the new Garmin watches, which, as you can see with the actual cable here, it has a USB connector on one end so that you can plug it in your computer, power bank, wall charger, anything like that to charge your Venu. And if you have to replace this cable, they're very inexpensive on Amazon. And then the heart rate monitor is going to be very standard as well. It does not stick out too far. Looking at the bands on the Venu, these are a 20mm band, which is a standard size. So if you look on Amazon, you should be able to find replacements or different colors, different things like that at a very affordable price. So you can kind of customize your Venu. Additionally, they have the quick connect. So all you have to do is just pull back this lever and the band comes right back off. And then to connect it, all you need to do is just snap it in like that. And it's that easy to remove and then replace, which is awesome. I really like that about Garmin bands. The silicone here is very soft. It's very similar to all the other Garmin watches I've had. And one of the things I love about the bands on Garmin watches is they're very durable. So I've never actually had to replace one on the newer models of Garmin. They stay very clean, and I also never feel any discomfort or have a rash from them or anything like that. And then as you can see, the buckle is also matching the bezel, and it's metal as well, so that's high quality. All right, so now that we've taken a closer look at the look and design of the Venu, let's go ahead and do a quick comparison with the Vivoactive 4. So I have the Venu on the right side and the Vivoactive 4 on the left. As you can see, the display side, this is the 45mm Vivoactive 4, so that 2mm does make a big difference and it's very noticeable. When looking at the thickness of the two devices, the Vivoactive 4 is only a 0.5 millimeter thicker than the Venu, so not much difference there. And everything else seems to be basically the same with the bezels, the buttons on the right side, everything like that. The bands are exactly the same design, with the Vivoactive 4 having a little bit larger band just to fit that larger case. All right, so that was a quick comparison with the Vivoactive 4. Now I'm just going to turn on the Venu, and then I will do a first impressions review after 24 hours with the Garmin Venu. And I just want to say right off the bat, I can already tell this display is beautiful and very unique compared to any of the other Garmin watches I review. The detail is really nice looking, so I'm already very impressed with it. All right, so I've been using the Garmin Venu for about 24 hours, and I have to say, overall, very impressed with this watch. I really love the display, as you can see with this watch face here. tons of detail from the background. You could see the Milky Way galaxy, the trees. And by the way, this is a built-in watch face. They have tons of these different images that look really cool. So you can really customize it to whatever you want it to look like. I will have tutorials going over how to do that as well, so check the description for those. And I also found it really easy. This is a watch face that I created using a picture I took in Joshua Tree just a couple months ago. And it's really cool that you can have these pictures show up on the watch face very easily using the Garmin Connect app, and they look great with the high resolution display. Now, while the display is high resolution, as you just saw, it turned off, so it's going to do that a lot. This is not an always on display like all the other Garmin watches have, so I found that a little bit hard to get used to. I like to be able to just look at the watch face whenever I want to see it without having to actually turn anything on, so it's just a little bit different from that standpoint. They have made it very easy to turn on the watch face though. You can either turn it towards you or just tap it twice and that'll turn on the watch face as well. Now, when it comes to the features on this watch, it's basically exactly the same as the Vivoactive 4, with really the only differences being the display and then the battery life, where the Venu has 5 days of battery life and the Vivoactive 4 has up to 7 days of battery life. And those differences are really just because of the display here. So that means on the Venu, you get all the different health tracking features, such as water consumption tracking, which is pretty cool, make sure you stay hydrated. Body battery, which uses metrics on the watch such as stress, your heart rate, your activities during the day to kind of monitor how much energy you have throughout the day. It's pretty cool. Your heart rate, and I really like the detail on the screen right there with the different colors. That was during a run. Menstrual cycle tracking, respiration tracking. So this will track how many breaths you're doing per minute, which can be a good way to gauge your health. And then they have pulse ox, which will measure your blood oxygen level. That uses a red light on the heart rate monitor to do that. I haven't found it to be that accurate, so I don't use it that often, but some people might find that to be useful. Additionally, when it comes to health tracking and activity tracking, you have tons of activities on this watch, including run and yoga. Those are the ones I've used since getting the watch in the 24 hours. But additionally, there are tons of different ones, including indoor track and treadmill. So if you're going to be running indoors, you have everything from pool swimming, golf, skiing, SUP, strength, Pilates, breath work. So if you want to do some breathing exercises to kind of chill out, you can do those there. You have rowing indoors, and even navigate. And beyond that, they even have gymnastics, martial arts, and yard work, which I think is pretty cool, especially with the yard work. You can track your chores and make sure that those are included in your activities throughout the day. And when it comes to actually tracking those activities, you get a lot of really cool information while you're in your activities. So if I start a run activity real quick, you can kind of see all the information that'll be displayed on the screen. You can have up to 4 different data sets. I really like how easy it is and clear to read on this really high resolution display. And all of this can be customized to include tons of information that is available on the watch that it tracks while you're in your activities. So from an activity and health tracking standpoint, you're going to get all the things you would expect from a Garmin watch. Now, some of the other features that are really cool that are included in this, first are going to be Garmin Assistance and incident detection. And basically those are a way to alert your emergency contacts that you've configured in the Garmin Connect app on your phone. So if there's some sort of emergency and you need assistance, you can contact those people using your watch alone. So first, Garmin Assistance, you will manually trigger it by just holding down the button up here for about 5 seconds. So it's going to be sending that alert. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that so I don't freak out my family. And then incident detection will automatically send out those alerts if it detects some sort of fall or incident while you're on one of the available activities. So run, bike, and then walk. These are the only activities available for that, but it's still a pretty cool feature to have where at least if you fall or pass out while you're running, your emergency contacts might be contacted via the watch. And another really cool feature is the ability to receive, read, and then even respond to text messages or notifications that you receive on the watch from your phone. So you'll be able to read text messages, emails, different things like that, see if you get a phone call, and even answer it from the watch. And here's an example of that happening with a quick text message. So as you can see, I can view the entire message, and then some of the emojis come through, some of them don't. So you might be able to get some of those emojis. Now, one of the limitations with the text messages is with an iPhone, you are unable to respond to the text messages. See, the only thing I can do here is just clear it. But if I was on an Android phone, I'd be able to respond to the text messages with some messages that I pre-configure on my phone. So that's pretty cool, but a pretty big limitation with iPhones. Additionally, you can see calendar information from your phone and any calendars you have synced up with your phone. Weather information for your current location, you can also select into it, see hourly information, and then for the next 4 days as well, which is pretty cool. And I like the graphics in there, really kind of gives you a nice illustration of what to expect in the future. And then a really big one is going to be music controls. So this watch does have the ability to store up to 500 songs. internally, meaning you can upload MP3 files to the watch and then you don't have to have your phone with you to listen to those songs. Now you would have to pair your phone with a pair of headphones in order to listen to them, but you do have that option. Additionally, they have several music providers that you can sync up and download music to the watch with Deezer, Spotify, different things like that. And it also can control any music that you're playing on your phone. That's what I like to do. I'll bring my phone with me on a run and I can control the music that's being played on my phone through Spotify or anything like that. And when you're controlling the music on your phone, you'll get to see the title as well as the artist, and it will also show the progress of the song using this bar that goes around the perimeter of the screen. Additionally, you can control the volume on your phone and then pause and play, things like that. So really lots of music control, either if you're controlling the music internally or on your phone. Now, when it comes to the accuracy of the activity tracking, the heart rate monitor, and then even sleep tracking, while I've only had a short time to test out the Garmin Venu, I do have to say that all of those metrics are on par with all the other Garmin watches that I've had. I haven't noticed any glaring differences or issues when it comes to tracking my heart rate, my steps, or sleep on the Garmin Venu. So that was a quick 24-hour impression video of the Garmin Venu. If you have any questions about this device, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to add an Amazon affiliate link to the description below so you can find this exact device on Amazon. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Gauging Gadgets, more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.